National Defense University, Kenya. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. You may be seated. Let us all give a hand of applause to the National Defense University, Kenya. Let us continue clapping, ladies and gentlemen, for the National Defense University, Kenya. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We may be seated.
In this regard, I commend once again the Kenya Defense Forces for their approach to training through such world-class centers of excellence, which have shaped their professional character and enhanced their mission readiness. It is therefore, I believe, not surprising that the KDF is highly respected globally and has enjoyed success in undertaking its mission both in internal operations and in support of regional peace and security. Ladies and gentlemen, it is worth noting that many alumni of this college have turned out to be highly resourceful and have risen to serve in critical and high-level positions of leadership and management, both here in Kenya and abroad. These NDC alumni continue to influence the development of policies necessary to exploit available national capacity and to determine realistic and practical ways and means of achieving national objectives. As these alumni deal with their respective national priority issues, I urge them to continually be cognizant of the need to align national, regional, and continental aspirations so that we may have a strong and well-functioning institutions at the regional level and a more united and strong Africa in which our respective states will thrive. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, the past year, the world has been battling the COVID-19 pandemic. The negative effects of this pandemic on the economy, as well as the social well-being of our citizens, has resulted in a distortion of national priorities, which will remain with us for many years after the pandemic. Many of you present here today will likely be part of the team which will help drive the post-recovery efforts. On top of that, and regarding your stay here, I believe that this graduation and the successful completion of the course is evident of the individual and collective manner in which you overcame the negative impact of this pandemic. And I therefore take this opportunity also to commend you, the participants, for your resilience under such challenging circumstances. I encourage you to keep up with this spirit as you return to your respective duty posts. Ladies and gentlemen, as the CDF has just said, I will shortly be awarding the charter to the National Defense University, Kenya. This is a major achievement that I believe puts Kenya's defense and national security architecture at a completely new level. The NDU-K joins the League of globally renowned strategic institutions such as the National Defense University in Washington, D.C., and the National Defense University in Malaysia, among others. The National Defense University Kenya affords key government actors, as well as multi-agency stakeholders, not only from Kenya but world over, the latitude to conduct world-class training and cutting-edge academic and policy-oriented research on critical matters that touch the national security, strategy, defense, governance, conflict management, peace support operations, and human development. I note with a lot of pride that, for instance, under the new arrangement, the National Defense College will now offer a master's degree in national security and strategy. This is an invaluable opportunity for scholars and practitioners in the defense and security domain to research and learn in a unique multi-agency environment, to seek practical, actionable, as well as sustainable solutions to the many and varied security, governance, and human development challenges facing the 21st century, especially those in the global south. To the graduating class in front of us, I take this very early opportunity once again to congratulate you on taking your place of honor with the conferment of the award that you have received today. And you will represent your nations, and I believe the future is bright for each and every one of you. Let me further extend my felicitations to your families who have supported you during your year-long absence while on this course, especially during this very difficult period when the country and indeed the world is confronted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, as we have heard, the National Defense College has, since its inception, remained committed to developing and promoting professional leadership skills, quality and integrity in the management of national security policy as well as strategy. The college also continues to attract participants from the Kenya Defense Forces and their counterparts from the immediate East African sub-region, the rest of Africa, and beyond. Further, we are very happy also to see that more government ministries, departments, and agencies are taking up the opportunities offered by this college to enhance their understanding of national security imperatives, strategic thought in their middle and top-level leadership. The increased interest in training at this college, I believe, is an affirmation of the high standards and the great value of the courses on offer, and cements your position as an institution locally, regionally, continentally, as well as globally. I was informed earlier, and have been following over time, that part of the one-year course, the college, that apart from the one-year course that we are graduating today, the college has, through the Center of Security and Strategic Studies, trained another 184 senior government officials on short courses that are aimed at enhancing national security awareness across all three arms of government. The CSSS is also a focal point in advancing research capacity in national security, serving as a national think tank and a multi-agency center for excellence for the government of Kenya. I am also convinced that the research output at the center will be of great value to the region and the international community at large. And in this regard, I want to acknowledge the support that we have received from the US government towards building the CSS complex and supporting infrastructure. We say asante sana. Ladies and gentlemen, the multifaceted nature of contemporary threats to national security, including the safety, security, and well-being of citizens, necessitates a holistic government approach. And in this regard, I want to continue to urge all ministries, departments, and agencies to completely eliminate the silo mentality and really embrace government's efforts towards a whole-of-government approach, what we call the multi-agency approach. In this day and age, we live in a globalized, dynamic, and at sometimes volatile international environment that is wrought with not only many and varied security threats, but also immense developmental opportunities in equal measure. And I therefore challenge you to rise to the occasion and develop the knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes that will enable Kenya, Africa, and the global south, as well as our strategic partners far and wide, to endure, grow, and prosper within an atmosphere of dependable international cooperation, enhanced regional integration, and sustainable development over the coming decades. Let me once again, ladies and gentlemen, take this opportunity to thank the entire KDF fraternity, led by the CS, the Chief of Defense Forces, all officers, for their utmost dedication and sacrifice in serving our country and its people. Equally important, I cannot forget to recognize and appreciate serving and retired Chiefs of Defense Staff and general officers who have contributed immensely over time to the success that is currently enjoyed by the KDF. I also, at this juncture, want to thank the College Advisory Board under the stewardship of the Head of Public Service, the CDF, and also the Commandant and the entire faculty and staff for the good work that you continue to do in advancing this institution to be among the best globally. I have noted with great pleasure that alongside the pursuit of academic excellence, the college has also undertaken a comprehensive plan for infrastructural development to expand and upgrade your facilities here. And I want to assure you, Commandant, of my administration's support in the development and expansion of training, not only here at NDC, but also CDF throughout the entire Kenya Defense Forces. This is in order to uphold the professionalism and expertise for which you have earned respect for worldwide. Finally, to you who graduate today, let me congratulate you once again and wish you all a very happy graduation day. I encourage you to live up to the ideals and aspirations that you have learned at this college and to spearhead strategic national aspirations within your respective institutions in the capacities that you shall be assigned to when you leave here. I wish each and every one of you safe travel back to your homes or your respective stations, and I request you to take with you a message of hope and resilience to the people that you will be serving. May God bless you and guide you in all your interactions hereforth, and may God bless all our men and women in uniform as we ask him to continue to grant his blessings on our nation, Kenya, and the continent of Africa. Asanteni sana, hongera, pongezi sana kwenu nyote. Asante. I, Uhuru Kenyatta, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of the Republic of Kenya, am satisfied that the granting of the Charter will be of benefit to the advancement of university education in Kenya, now whereof, by these present, be it known that in exercise of the powers conferred upon me under the Universities Act number 42 of 2012, I, Uhuru Kenyatta, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of the Republic of Kenya, hereby grant the Charter annexed hereto to the National Defense University, Kenya, on this 27th day of May in the year of our Lord, 2021. Distinct honor, as well as a high privilege today to preside over this historic ceremony in the professional training of our defense forces. First and foremost, I want to thank all the key players and stakeholders whose hard work and commitment has brought this university into existence. Ladies and gentlemen, defense and security matters are very complex and sensitive and lie at the heart of every country. The National Defense University of Kenya, being awarded a charter today, is not an ordinary university. The National Defense University Kenya will reinforce our country's defense forces and expand their military and civil diplomacy proficiency. The university will also help in formulating defense policies for our country through research on national defense and security management, military affairs, and national, regional, as well as international affairs. This institution will provide Kenya with a cutting-edge thought leadership required to address both traditional and emerging defense and security challenges, be they symmetrical or asymmetrical. It will also lay the foundation for our defense forces contributing more directly to internal civil needs, such as humanitarian crisis response, with an integrated multi-agency framework. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in an era of disruptive change characterized by increased and more sophisticated threats to our sovereignty as a nation. Having an institution like the National Defense University allows us to provide high-level training for our security forces to deal with these challenges and to be better able to defend our nation. The regional and global scenario of defense and security is dynamic. New geopolitical implications are always emerging. The long-standing policy of Kenya not to allow its soil to be used against any country is highly desirable and should be perpetuated. It is in support of this that my government is committed to supporting the National Defense University in its endeavor to effectively meet its training, research, as well as service goals. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very optimistic that the National Defense University Kenya will churn out skilled manpower and experts who will help in formulating national plans and policies related to defense and security matters. It is also my belief that the Defense University will help in the analysis of security environments both inside and outside our country. I also foresee this institution serving as a collaborative training hub that will help the Kenya Defense Forces in enhancing military cooperation in various sectors with our regional partners, our continental partners, as well as all global allies. I want to thank you. I want to wish you every success and God's blessings on this institution, and may you stand to live for many, many years and produce many, many thousands of brilliant men and women.
Your Excellency, we gather at this National Defense College today on this auspicious occasion to mark a historic moment in the Ministry of Defense's history. The receipt of the Charter for the National Defense University, a first of its kind in the region. I want on the onset, Your Excellency, to most sincerely recognize and thank General Retired Daudi Tonje for crafting the vision realized today. We are honored to have him grace this occasion today. General. Hours of reflection, of consultations and deliberations, of crafting and recrafting. And so many people in this hall today and beyond have contributed to this process. A significant one that I would be remiss not to mention is yourself, Your Excellency. When you gave me the mandate to serve as your Cabinet Secretary for Defense, among the things you directed me to deliver on was the National Defense University. I thank Your Excellency for the support that you have given to the process that brings us here today. Thank you, sir. I also want to extend my gratitude to colleagues, Cabinet Secretaries that are here, who have extended support in the journey to this day. And allow me, Your Excellency, to introduce them quickly for the benefit of this congregation. I want to introduce the CS Education, Professor Magoha. Thank you, Prof. The CS Interior and Coordination of National Government, Fred Matiangi. The CS ICT and Youth, Joe Musheru. And I also recognize the Honorable, the Attorney General, Justice Retired Kariuki Kihara. This occasion, Your Excellency, stands true to our motto of mission readiness and a defense force that is driven by robust analysis of the environment in which we operate. Your Excellency, the NDU Kenya is envisioned as a global center of excellence for policy and strategic studies. It will be a tool that leads us towards a better understanding of our operational environment. This knowledge will help towards the realization of a secure, stable, prosperous, and peaceful society. This is especially critical in view of the fast-changing dynamics globally and in the Horn of Africa, which is our very fragile neighborhood in particular. Our desire is to attract the best practitioners and strategic leaders from across government in an effort to continue strengthening the all-government approach. This will be a key tenet of this university, and its objective is to support our national development agenda. We also intend to open up to the region and the world in order for us to guide our engagement beyond our nation. In addition, Your Excellency, the National Defense University Kenya will enable us to offer specialized courses for personnel in the security agencies to enable the delivery of their mandate and for the development of strategic leadership capacity in the public sector, as well as for an informed participation at the policy level. Allow me, sir, at this point to take this opportunity without further ado to thank my colleague, Professor Magoha, CS Education, and Ms. Florence Mutua, Chair of the University Education Committee, for giving us time and guiding us through the process. We are indeed very grateful for each one of them for their support. As I conclude, sir, allow me once again to sincerely thank you for gracing this important occasion today and for your availability for strategic guidance to the MOD. I also wish to assure all the stakeholders that we will offer nothing but the best, both nationally, regionally, as well as internationally. We shall answer to the call of being one among the very best anywhere in the world.
Goodwill messages on the granting of the charter to the International Defense University, Kenya. Your Excellency, mine is the humble task of acknowledging messages of goodwill from distinguished universities. I wish to report that over the few months since we embarked on the establishment of National Defense University, Kenya, a total of 10 goodwill messages were received, 7 from universities in Kenya and 3 from universities elsewhere in the world. International universities, Your Excellency, National Defense University of Malaysia, National Defense University of Pakistan, and National Defense University of the United States of America. Universities in Kenya, Your Excellency, University of Nairobi, Kenyatta University, Egerton University, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, the Technical University of Kenya, Multimedia University of Kenya, and the United States International University. Your Excellency, allow me to give very brief highlights as I sample only 4 goodwill messages in the interest of time and for the benefit of the audience. First, Your Excellency, is the National Defense University, Malaysia. The National Defense University of Malaysia extends its heartiest felicitations to the National Defense College, Kenya, which together with the affiliate colleges has been singled out for the grant of university charter. I wish the National Defense University Kenya every success in all its future endeavors, as well as meeting the training, strategic, and security needs of your beloved nation. Best wishes, Datuk Abdul Halim bin Jalal, Lieutenant General, Vice Chancellor. Second, Your Excellency, is the National Defense University, Pakistan. On this auspicious occasion, I would like to extend my heartiest congratulations on becoming an apex institution in the field of defense studies. It is indeed a significant milestone to become a think tank alma mater, contributing towards national and strategic policies. Profound regards, Mohammed Said, Lieutenant General, President. The third, Your Excellency, is the National Defense University, USA. It is with great pleasure that the National Defense University of the United States recognizes the granting of charter to the National Defense University of Kenya. This is a significant milestone in the development of Kenya's national security capacity, particularly in the training and education of national security to both senior military officers and senior civil servants for Kenya and partner nations. Warm regards, F.J. Roeg, Vice Admiral, United States Navy. Your Excellency, lastly, is our premier institution, the University of Nairobi. I write to send a goodwill message to the National Defense University Kenya during the grant of charter. As you receive the honor of grant of charter, we, the University of Nairobi community, wish you the very best in your pursuit of uniqueness. We welcome your positioning as think tank policy institute for the government. Yours sincerely, Professor S.G. Kiama, Vice Chancellor. Finally, Your Excellency, allow me to, on behalf of National Defense University Kenya, appreciate and acknowledge the warm and genuine congratulations, best wishes, and blessings from these learning institutions of high standing. National Defense University Kenya feels appreciated, acknowledged, and uplifted through the messages of goodwill. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. It is now my humble duty to invite the Cabinet Secretary for Defense to make her remarks. Madam CS, please.
Excellency, sir, ladies and gentlemen, Course 23 is a class of participants whose moniker is change drivers. We recall the wise words of Gandhi that we need to be the change that we need to see in the world. In so doing, we chose a journey of change that began on June 18, 2020, a process that took us 343 days at this college, National Defense College. Many of us wondered how we would last all those days here. But having learned how to mongrelize and muddle through, today we speak a different language and sing a different tune. Nothing is impossible. And we have absolutely no doubt, might I add, in our minds that this was certainly meant to be. At this juncture, Your Excellency, sir, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to share a few highlights and experiences of our lives here at NDC and a few lessons learned. In the spirit of NDC, we held each other's hands through all the challenging times, picked up the pieces, and moved on with our journey. Our lecturers and resource persons were very dedicated, very insightful, passionate, and interesting. Some were also extremely hilarious. One Dr. Delta Alpha Lima Lima Alpha Romeo Sierra would make us sit on the edge of our seats for fear of being called out to answer a question, or just being called out for praying in class. The professors were brilliant, with an immense wealth of knowledge, but they had one thing in common: a challenge with IT matters. There was one who would always blame the technical hitches on the NDC platform. The problem was never theirs, even when it was sometimes obvious that they needed to refresh or check their connection. When advised to press escape, Professor would say, "I can't see escape. Maybe it's on your side." And then there was the constant, "Can you hear me? Can anyone see me? Is someone there?" Our course coordinator had a tough task of coordinating us, having to deal with many civilians. A gentleman and a man of very few words, but very stern. "Colleagues, do you recall the daily morning? Can you settle down? Can you settle down?" Then came the final week of drills for this graduation. As you can see, many of us are civilians who, until NDC, had no idea how to walk in a parade, let alone how to march. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, we promised to put our best foot forward this morning. But please be warned that at this moment, we are like cats on hot bricks. We may miss a step or two. Try not to giggle or laugh. You will only make it worse. Do you copy? NDC Manenos, as Kenyans would say, has taught us things. From something that may be as simple as saying sir and ma'am, to high-level strategic issues like crafting the country's grand strategy. On that note, our dear spouses, please bear with us when we respond to your hi love with yes sir or yes ma'am. It will take a bit of time for us to shed some of those habits. As for the high-level matters, allow me to let a small cat out of the bag. Excellency, sir, ladies and gentlemen, we learned to take a cue from the Commandant's initial words during his regular conversations with us here, to know whether we were headed on the right track. That is, whether we were thinking strategic. If he started his salutation with, "Today, the Commandant is a happy man," we knew that we were off the hook and we would breathe a huge sigh of relief. In the absence of that statement, ladies and gentlemen, we knew that our goose was cooked. The wise counsel that he imparted to us since the first day at NDC will forever be etched in our minds. This team in front of you, Your Excellency, sir, has been molded, sharpened, and transformed. It is a team of brave men and women, intelligent and resilient, full of energy, full of grit, and full of passion, all ready to take on the world and make positive change. We are ready to make Kenya great and the world a better place. To all who journeyed with us, the leadership at our respective ministries, departments, and agencies, the faculty and all the staff at NDC, and our dear families and friends, we thank you and we appreciate you. And to my dear colleagues, it would be remiss of me to end this last word without 3 important questions for you to ponder. What may we have left out? What are your expectations today? How do we proceed from here? Finally, Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I leave you with the words of Paul Tzu that says, strategic thinking is about keeping the end in mind. And a quote by Tony Sorenson that says, focus on the win and you lose the battle. Focus on the battle and you win. Asanteni sana.